Okay, so today we're going to dive into something that's been kind of blowing up online.
Yeah.
And it's all centered around like this whole thing happening in Nigeria.
Right.
And like online expression. And it's pretty fascinating stuff.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've been looking at a bunch of different sources for this.
Yeah.
Yaba Left Online, legit.ting,
Okay.
and guestlover.com.
Okay, yeah, those are all
Yeah, so we're getting like
they're familiar with
a
those.
pretty well-rounded view of what went down.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And it all starts with this thing called the 30-day Rant Challenge.
Yes.
Have you heard of this?
Oh, yeah. I've
Okay.
been following it.
Okay, so basically it's Nigerians on like TikTok,
Yeah.
just like ranting about the state of the country.
Exactly. Just like
Right.
getting everything off their chest, all
Yeah.
the frustrations.
And that's all on video, right?
Yeah, it's all video format.
Okay.
And it's interesting because it kind of started on TikTok, but then it spread everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you saw it on X, Facebook, Instagram.
Wow.
It was all over the place.
Okay, so it really like,
Yeah, it really tapped into something, like
Yeah.
a real public sentiment there.
okay, so then there's this guy, Peller.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Peller comes into the picture.
And he's like a TikToker, right?
Yeah, he's a Nigerian TikTok creator.
Okay.
And he got big doing these like live videos.
Okay.
Really engaging stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, he built up quite a following.
Okay, and so then he comes out and he's like basically criticizing all these people
Yes.
who are doing the Rant Challenge.
Exactly.
So what is his deal? What's his problem?
Well, it seems like he had a couple of issues with it.
Okay.
First of all, he was kind of saying that like a lot of these people doing these rants,
Yeah.
they weren't really like genuinely invested in the issues.
Oh, so he's like, they're just doing it for attention.
Yeah, exactly.
That-
He thought they were just trying to like get followers.
So like he did.
Kind of like how he did,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay, so like a little hypocritical maybe?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that was his first point.
Okay.
Like he was questioning their motives.
Gotcha.
And then his second point was actually even bigger, I think.
Okay, what's that?
He was worried that all this criticism of the government on TikTok, like all these people ranting every day,
Yeah.
he was worried that it was going to get TikTok banned in Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So he's like worried about his platform.
Yeah, he was worried about like the whole TikTok community.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously for him personally as a creator,
Yeah, that would be a huge problem.
that would be a big problem.
Yeah, okay.
So that was his second big concern.
So he's kind of saying like, hey, if you're going to rant,
Yeah.
go rant somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
He was saying like go to Instagram or go to the market.
Market.
Yeah, just like go rant in person.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so as you can imagine,
Yeah.
people were not happy about this.
They were not.
Okay, so what was like the immediate reaction?
Well, the reaction online was pretty immediate.
Yeah.
And it was overwhelmingly negative.
Yeah.
People were not happy with Peller at all.
Wow.
There were reports of like widespread anger and disappointment.
Okay, so what were people actually saying?
Oh, they were saying a lot.
Yeah.
Yaba Left Online actually compiled a bunch of comments.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we can take a look at some of those.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
So there was this one user at Queen Bee Kitchen,
Okay.
and they were questioning like why bloggers were even giving attention to these people.
Yeah.
They called them irrelevant people.
Wow. So like
So there's already the sense of like who deserves a platform, who
Yeah.
gets to be heard,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
Then you've got at Tornit,
Okay.
and they just straight up called him a new type of Olodo.
Olodo.
Yeah, Olodo.
What is that?
It's basically Nigerian slang for like
Foolish.
or unintelligent.
So not a compliment.
Not a compliment at all. And there were others kind of echoing that same sentiment. Like
Yeah.
at Titaliani was talking about the everlasting embarrassment of making CMSLs famous.
Oh, why?
Clearly talking about Peller.
Yeah.
And at Magic Chan's Wellness,
Okay.
they were criticizing him for focusing on making money on TikTok and like ignoring all the problems in the country.
Yeah.
They even said it was the people who made him famous who were to blame.
Wow. That's harsh.
It is pretty harsh.
Okay, so it's like they're really
They were really upset with him.
Yeah.
And then there was at Martin and Moselle,
Okay.
and they just said they unfollowed him immediately.
Oh, wow.
Just like that. A very clear rejection.
Yeah.
And then you have at Sparkle01,
All right.
and they were questioning his like composure and decorum.
Oh, wow.
Like he wasn't using his platform responsibly.
Right.
And then there was at ade8.eth,
Okay.
and they were kind of turning his own words back on him.
So
Well, remember how he was complaining about people being a nuisance online?
Yeah.
Well, this user was saying the real nuisance was the people he was criticizing.
Wow, okay.
And then it got even more interesting when people started comparing him to other Nigerian celebrities.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Edits Dava001 was like, who is this guy?
Oh, wow.
And they compared him to Burna Boy,
Oh, yeah.
who's like a globally recognized artist.
Yeah.
And they were basically saying Peller was nothing compared to him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then there was that Wigsby Ma,
Okay.
and they just came out and said they made the wrong person popular.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Okay, and then Gaga brought up the fact that he won Sun Influencer of the Year.
Right.
But, like, Nigeria has a lot of poverty.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird contrast.
Yeah, it's like, is this really what we should be celebrating?
Right.
While people are struggling?
Okay, so all this negativity.
Yeah.
Obviously, it had an impact, right?
Oh, yeah, it did.
Did he lose followers?
Oh, he lost a ton of followers. Really.
Legit.
Mm-hmm.
Dahmer reported that he lost, like, almost 500,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh.
And then another 400,000 on Instagram.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
So it shows you how much people were upset.
Right.
Like they were voting with their follows.
Yeah, they're like, I'm out of here.
Exactly.
Okay, so how did he respond to all this?
Well, he did address it.
Okay.
He posted a video with his partner Jarvis.
Okay.
And in the caption, he was kind of implying that they were now seen as like the problem in Nigeria.
Oh, so like instead of the leaders?
Instead of the actual leader.
Wow, okay.
So he's kind of playing the victim a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
But of course, people had thoughts on that too.
Of course, yeah. What were they saying?
Well, there was a lot of sarcasm.
Okay.
Like OSUS 3857 and Ezekiel Fredidak 7V were saying that people should keep unfollowing him.
Oh, wow.
So he'd have to donate more.
Oh, so they're like, he's got so much money.
Yeah, they're basically saying he's out of touch.
Right. And then Real Showbiz 112 said they used to like him.
Okay.
But they unfollowed him because of his insensitive statement.
Right.
So even his fans were disappointed.
Yeah.
And then Florence Sotito 8397 was just like, I never followed him in the first place.
Wow.
And they even questioned his humor
Oh my gosh.
and said something about Akoro Juju.
What's that?
I don't know exactly what that means,
Okay.
but it sounds like they're implying he's not as genuine as he seems.
Right.
But it wasn't all negative.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Curly Oluwaze 700 actually defended him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were saying that TVC was being hypocritical
Okay.
by focusing on the negative and ignoring all the good things he's done.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, so it wasn't like everyone was against him, but
Right.
it was definitely a lot of backlash.
Okay, so then what did he do?
Well, he didn't stay quiet.
Okay.
Legit.
Uh-huh.
Ankin reported that he clapped back with another video.
Oh, what did he do?
This time it was him and Jarvis again. And they were like grooving to a Burna Boy song.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like a diss track.
Oh, wow. So he's like trying to be all cool and unbothered.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't care.
Okay. But did it work?
Well, one comment said, person way life to favor go, think, say others no to try.
Okay, so basically they're saying he's just privileged.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't get it.
He doesn't understand the struggle.
Right.
And then to make things even more interesting,
Yeah.
DJ Amori got involved.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who's T.G. Amore?
He's like a really famous music video director.
Oh, okay.
And he actually defended Peller.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on X, there was someone who was like hating on Peller.
Uh-huh.
And T.G. Amore responded, hate is a strong word. He's just a boy.
Oh, wow. So he's like giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But of course, that just stirred up even more debate.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, some people were probably glad that someone was sticking up for Peller.
Right.
Like, maybe they thought the hate was getting out of control. But then other people were probably like, no, he's missing the point. Like, Peller's comments were insensitive, and that's why people are mad.
Yeah.
So it just added another layer to the whole conversation. Like,
Right.
what's the role of these big celebrities?
Yeah.
Should they be commenting on these social issues?
Right.
Or should they just stay out of it?
Yeah, okay, so this whole thing with Peller and the Rant challenge,
Yeah.
it really shows how complicated social media activism is,
It does.
especially in Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's like people want to speak out,
Right.
but then there's this fear of what could happen.
Yeah.
Like, will the government shut down the platform?
Exactly.
And then you have these influencers
Yeah.
who are caught in the middle.
Right.
So it's like, whose side are they on?
Yeah, are they with the people?
Right.
Or are they with the platform?
Exactly.
It's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah. So to recap, Peller basically said he was worried about the Rant challenge.
Yeah,
And then everyone got mad at him.
I did.
He lost a bunch of followers.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, and then he tried to defend himself,
He did.
but it didn't really work.
Not really.
And then T.G. Omori came in and tried to defend him too.
Yeah, he tried to calm things down a bit.
Okay.
But it's still an ongoing debate.
Right.
It's not over yet.
So this whole thing,
Yeah.
it really makes you think about the power of online communities.
Absolutely.
Like they can make you famous.
Yeah.
And they can also tear you down.
Just like that.
Yeah. And it makes you wonder, like, what's the future of all this?
It does.
Like with these influencers
Right.
and social media activism.
It's constantly evolving.
It is.
It's hard to predict where it's going.
Yeah. And then you have the government.
Right.
Like how much control do they have?
Exactly.
So it's a lot to think about.
It is.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
It is. And kind of scary.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about all this.
Yeah, it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our deep dive for today.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks for listening.
And yeah, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
All right. Bye.